Alright, so we're back with the Traxxas Fortec, and I have since got the gears I need to complete the third roller. So we'll get those installed. And the next thing I need to do is figure out what engine I'm going to use for each of the rollers. Unfortunately, the OS 18 will not fit, and it's because the back plate is too close to the engine mounting tabs. And you can see that there's more room on the Traxxas engine. So unfortunately, we'll have to save that OS engine for something else, but I've got 3 other engines that I can use for these 2 cars, so hopefully none of these 3 leak like this one did. So I'm going to start off by getting the rest of the transmission installed on this one, and then we'll get the engines cleaned up and clutch systems installed, and then get those installed in the cars, and then get them ready for testing. Got the gears and the belt installed, and got the first of 4 engines disassembled. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up, and then do the same thing with these other 2, and then we'll do this one later just because I already know it's leaking. These belts are really nice. I'm glad that somebody's still making them for these cars. But I got one of the engines broken down. This one still had the badge on it, so I figured it was in the newest condition. Cleaned up nice. It was clean on the inside, turned over well. The glow plug actually still looks like it has some life in it, so we'll run with that as well. The backplate gasket was fine. This is the part number to them in case you have a broken one or run out of them. I like to use the stock stuff. Figure the company makes it the way it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue breaking down, but I'm gonna try to use this metal pipe on here. I know I tried to fit it in the other Fortec last time. Didn't quite fit, but mocking it up now just by putting the block in there. It actually fits pretty good, and this is what the Traxxas 3.3 uses, so I think I just didn't try hard enough to get it in there, so we'll run it on a 1.5 and see how it does. So go ahead and finish cleaning up these engines just to get that job out of the way. It wasn't too hard. I may go ahead and just clean these 2 while I'm at it. I went ahead and got the other 2 engines broken down. The backplate gaskets on those were intact as well. The second one I did, the carburetor is obviously tampered with. It's not in the best shape in general. It was, to me, I feel like this was the least reliable among the 3 that I just washed. So I think I'm going to use this one with the easy start in this car, and I'm going to use this one, the pull start, in this car. So I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild the 3 of these just to get that portion done. And I'll be borrowing parts from this engine, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean these just because I just did the job 3 times and it was pretty easy, so that's the plan. Alright, so change of plans after getting the engines back together. With the bulkiness of the Easy Start and that receiver cover, I've decided not to use the Easy Start on this car. The other thing is I still have to source a throttle servo. So I'll leave this car for a later time, come back to these engines and clean those. And when I was trying to get the clutch stuff together for it, I realized I only have one of the correct pilot shafts for the 1.5 for the 2-speed clutch bell. So I may have to put a 2.5 or 3.3 in this car in order to run it, because I don't have that pilot shaft. And I have 2 1620 tooth clutch bells left, so I may have to change the gearing as well, just because I want to get as much speed as I can from them. So to get good acceleration, 1519 with the 4137, and I've got 4137 in here and in here. So we've got 1519, 3741, and yeah, so we'll figure all that out once I get the rest of this car done. But for now, since I started with this car and had a leaky engine, since it's the car I used last, figured may as well start with this chassis. And since I'm not going to have the receiver cover, I think the Easy Start will fit better. One thing that's annoying is I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the fuel line, because it's tight there with that Easy Start. This is part of why I really don't like them, just because it clogs things up. But I do want to use one just because I have it, so I think the Fortec will be a good car to have it in. So I'm gonna play with getting this stuff installed, and hopefully we'll have one more runner. So yeah, things change as you get things together and as you move along. So alright, so I got the engine installed, and I'm not liking this. I also am finding that the flywheel is contacting the brake disc, so I'm going to have to adjust the brakes, and in order to do that I have to pull the engine. In order to pull the engine I have to pull the Easy Start motor, then I have to pull the exhaust, and then I have to also remove the cooling head. So this will be the last Easy Start I install on the Fortec. Turns out the Fortec is not the vehicle for the Easy Start. I'll probably put this in a Nitro Stampede or something. But this is an example of things changing as you start moving along. Would have been a lot easier if I had just gone with my gut and did the pull start, but now I know. So we'll save this for a less compact vehicle. Not a fan of how the fuel lines are going around that motor. That's what the factory photos show in the gallery, so I have to pull this, adjust the brakes, and then install the pull start. But I will use this exhaust. So that is the plan. Alright, so this is what I should have done originally. Just gone with the pull start. You can see how much less space is taken up, how much more access you have to the things you need to do the maintenance on, and the car itself is much lighter without all that extra electronics. So I think this one's ready for testing. I just got to get some more fuel and we'll get this one out there. This is looking good now that it's a roller. Still got to figure out the engine situation. I'll probably use this one if I can find another pilot shaft. If I can't, then I'll have to use something totally different. So I think that's some progress. Not as much as I'd like, but at least I figured out that I won't be using the Easy Start in this vehicle. And I don't recommend it for anyone else to, just for the sake of maintenance, because the amount of things I had to disassemble on the engine just to take it out of the car was not worth it. So be able to get these out and tune the clutch for the 2-speed shift point and get this one finished sometime in the future. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your interest in Nitro. You can look forward to seeing these ones drive in the near future. Team pull start for sure.